the art of strategy, the dance of intellect, cunning, and a dash of devilry. Today we dive into the dark and delightful depths of 3 principles to become a strategic genius, inspired by Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. Think of it as your ultimate guide to playing the game of life with the finesse of Machiavelli. First up, never outshine the master. Imagine you're the talented new recruit at work, bursting with ideas like a hyperactive popcorn machine. But hold your horses, Galileo. The boss is a delicate flower who needs to feel like the sun around which all office planets revolve. Outshining them is like telling a lion that a house cat is now the king of the jungle. Bad move. Instead, be the silent whisperer, the invisible hand guiding the puppet strings. Let them bask in the spotlight while you quietly maneuver from the shadows, planting seeds of your genius. Think of yourself as the sidekick to their superhero persona. Let them have their dramatic cape swooshes and heroic monologues. And remember, always compliment the master. Flattery will get you everywhere. Wow, that's a brilliant idea, boss. I never would have thought of that. Channel your inner Shakespearean actor, lay it on thick. Make them feel like the Einstein of your little corporate universe, but don't overdo it. Nobody likes a brown noser. You want to be the subtle artist of flattery, not the obnoxious jester who's clearly angling for a raise. The key is subtlety. Subtle like a ninja tiptoeing through a room full of sleeping kittens. You don't need to shout your brilliance from the rooftops. Instead, let your ideas casually slip into conversations, as if they were the boss's own. Oh, that groundbreaking marketing strategy? Just a little something the boss came up with while having their morning coffee. Meanwhile, you're the one brewing the coffee and whispering the strategy into their ear. Wait for the perfect moment to strike. So the master has shown a chink in their armor, a crack in the porcelain facade. It's like spotting a unicorn in your backyard, rare, magical, and a perfect opportunity. Here's how to seize the moment and ascend the throne. First, recognize the signs. The master might be floundering like a fish out of water, making poor decisions, or losing the respect of their loyal minions. Maybe they've started to resemble a deflated balloon, once full of hot air and grandeur, now sagging and pitiful. Whatever the case, their weakness is your golden ticket. But, dear Machiavellian prodigy, subtlety is still your best friend. This isn't a coup d'etat, it's more of a delicate transition of power. Think of yourself as a friendly neighborhood spider, quietly spinning your web of influence. You need to be as smooth as butter on a hot crumpet. Step 1. Be the knight in shining armor. When the master stumbles, don't just stand there with a popcorn bucket. Jump in and save the day. Oh, the boss botched that presentation? Allow me to swoop in with a dazzling array of charts and graphs. Be the problem solver, the go-to person in times of crisis. You're not just picking up the slack. You're demonstrating your competence and reliability. Step 2. Gather your allies. Every great strategist knows the value of a loyal following. Subtly rally the troops by building relationships and proving your worth. Share your vision, but do it in whispers. You're the Pied Piper, leading them with charm and quiet confidence. When the master fumbles, your supporters will already see you as the natural successor. Be ready to step into the spotlight, but not too eagerly. The last thing you want is to appear like the power-hungry villain twirling their mustache in the corner. Instead, be the reluctant hero. Act like you're doing everyone a favor by stepping up. Your modesty will endear you to your colleagues and solidify your position as the new master. Principle 2. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Now let's dive into the delightfully devious world of dependency. Imagine you're the only water source in a desert filled with parched wanderers. You are the oasis, the magical elixir, the Wi-Fi router in a house full of teenagers. Your goal is to make everyone around you realize they can't function without your brilliance. Welcome to the Machiavellian art of being indispensable. Become the information broker. Knowledge is power, and you're going to be the Google of your organization. Know everything about everyone, but don't just hoard this knowledge. Dole it out in helpful tidbits. Master the art of selective generosity. Help people just enough that they rely on you, but not so much that they become self-sufficient. It's a delicate balance. Like giving someone a fish versus teaching them to fish, except you only give them half a fish, so they keep coming back for more. Oh, you need help with that spreadsheet again? I'll show you this one time, but you'll have to ask me again next time. It's complicated, trust me. Create a dependency feedback loop. The more people rely on you, the more indispensable you become. And the more indispensable you are, the more people will rely on you. It's a beautiful, self-perpetuating cycle of power. You're like the sun in a solar system of sycophants, basking in the glow of your own indispensability. And always remember to sprinkle in a bit of mystery. Don't be completely available all the time. Occasionally disappear, like a rare and precious comet, making your return all the more celebrated. Oh, you missed me? I was off saving the world, no biggie. To keep people dependent on you, be the multi-tool of usefulness, the fountain of all knowledge, the emotional linchpin, and the strategic giver. Make them need you like caffeine in the morning. And remember, in the grand game of life, dependency is the secret sauce of power. You're not just a player, you're the puppet master, pulling the strings with a knowing wink and a smile. Keep them thirsty, keep them guessing, and keep them coming back for more. Principle 3. Always say less than necessary. First, let's pay homage to the granddaddy of minimalism, King Louis XIV of France, also known as the Sun King. Louis was the Beyoncé of his time, all eyes on him, all the time. When a courtesan would rattle off a lengthy petition, Louis would reply with a single cold, "I shall see." It was his way of saying, "You're not worth more than 3 words of my time." This brevity not only asserted his dominance, but left the courtesans quaking in their overly powdered wigs, wondering if they'd just been granted favor or a death sentence. A true masterclass in making less, more. Now let's hop across the channel to our friend Winston Churchill, who understood that verbosity was best left to windbags and politicians. Oh wait, he was a politician. Nevertheless, Churchill wielded his words with surgical precision. During a particularly heated exchange in Parliament, one overly loquacious opponent rattled on, only for Churchill to retort with a single devastating line. "I may be drunk, miss, but in the morning I will be sober, and you will still be ugly." While not a shining beacon of kindness, Churchill's economy of words delivered a knockout punch that left his opponent speechless, and the rest of Parliament in stitches. Consider the tale of Elon Musk and his infamous Twitter prowess. While Musk is often a fan of erratic tweeting, he's also known for dropping enigmatic bombs. When he tweeted, "Am considering taking Tesla private at $420, funding secured," the world lost its collective mind. The brevity of his message set off a frenzy of speculation, SEC investigations, and stock market chaos. It was a modern-day illustration of how a few carefully chosen words can send shockwaves through an entire industry. But let's debunk a common myth. Saying less isn't about being a mysterious mute lurking in the shadows, like a socially awkward teenager. No, it's about wielding your words like a finely honed weapon, slicing through the noise with the precision of a samurai. Picture yourself at a meeting. While everyone else blabbers on like a flock of geese, you drop a single, well-crafted sentence that leaves the room in stunned silence. You're not just part of the conversation, you're the mic drop moment. When someone asks for your opinion, take a beat, let them squirm a little. Then deliver your line with the gravitas of a Shakespearean actor. Be the master of concise brilliance. When you do speak, make it count. Think of your words as rare, exquisite truffles, too precious to waste on trivialities. By saying less, you become the enigmatic figure everyone wants to decipher. They project their own interpretations onto your silence, often giving you more credit than you deserve. You're not just a colleague, you're a living, breathing legend, wrapped in an aura of intrigue. Now, a word of caution. This strategy isn't about being aloof or disconnected. Engage when necessary, but always leave a little to the imagination. You're the Mona Lisa. Everyone's trying to figure out what's behind that smile. So, go forth, dear strategists, and conquer the world with your wits, your charm, and your unfathomable mystery. Until next time, keep your plans grand, your secrets close, and your enemies closer.